Long ago there was a witch who despised men. She wrote and composed a book made of snake skin and wolf's blood, filled with dangerous spells that applied to anyone who read them. In the autumn, as the leaves withered and fell in a dim environment, there was an abandoned house with a locked door nearby. A curious and ambitious young man sought to enter that house. Boldly, he approached the door and opened it, emitting a disturbing creak. Finally, he was inside the moonlit house with cracked walls and numerous rooms. The young man began inspecting room after room, losing track of time until the sun rose, exhaustion evident on his face. Still, one room remained closed. He opened it, and the first thing that caught his eye was a small locked box. He took the box, returned to his home, placed it in a safe spot, and then fell asleep. When he woke up, the first thing he saw was the box. He went to have lunch and came back to open it. He brought several keys, but none worked. Determined to break it, he got a saw and began cutting the lock until it broke. Inside, he found a book with men's drawings on the cover, and the bold title, The Curse of Men. Unable to open it, he put it back and locked his room before going out to see his friends. When he came back, curiosity pushed him to read the book. Indeed, he picked up the book and found it written in blood. He began reading it, but there were symbols and letters he could not understand. Nevertheless, he persisted for an hour without comprehension, repeatedly reading it until he memorized it from cover to cover. He planned to take it to the local mosque's sheikh for analysis the next day. Early in the morning, he went to the mosque only to find the sheikh had passed away. Undeterred, he continued searching for help but found no one. All doors were closed to him. The once ambitious young man became miserable, isolating himself in his room. His sleep was haunted by nightmares of women trying to kill him, waking up outside his room each time. This lasted until a friend visited and found him in this state. His friend knew an excellent sheikh and brought him to the young man's house. The sheikh, noticing the cursed book, asked about it. The young man narrated the entire story. The sheikh said, "You have made a grave mistake, and reading the book was even worse." The friend asked, "What is to be done now, sheikh?" The sheikh replied, "We must wait until the full moon." The young man suffered until the night of the full moon. The sheikh came with several items, opened a window to let the moonlight in, and placed a mirror to